have but one row to complete. After this white row is done, I have all of them already made. Once this is done, then all we need to do is the border. And that will be either an 8x8 block or 2 rows of the 4x4 pattern pieces. I'm working on the white right now. I made them all last night, and the only issue with the white is that I ran out. The only issue is that I ran out. So they all look like this, like a 4x4 square. But I ran out of them, so I had to use scraps, and so I did. So I had to use 2x4 scraps. You can see the difference. And it's only on this one part, so, and I cut them all together. I don't know if that was the best decision or if I should have spaced them out. But you know what, it probably even won't, because once I top stitch the whole quilt, there's gonna be lines all over, so. So I talked to my sister about the backing, what kind of material she would want. I did go to Hobby Lobby and I looked throughout it and I found one that I liked because it's a white fabric. And what white fabric does is it can yellow over time. It gets brown just because of life. Like if you look at an old vintage quilt, the white turns yellow. It turns a little bit yellow. And in order to combat that coloring, I think what you're supposed to do is find the contrasting color. So opposite of yellow is purple. So I was thinking of like a purple or blue background, I think would help. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think using the complementary color makes it stand out even more. So maybe we would use a yellow background. Or like a... Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put the color wheel right here. I have a color wheel. Oh my gosh, hold on. I went diving like 2 weekends ago and I wanted to take you guys with me, but that was when I started getting sick, or was very sick on that Friday that I went diving. But I was still determined to come back home with something, and I ended up diving at a church. And it seemed as though the church had just had a sale, like I don't know, some kind of sale, because there was some like random stuff. It could have also been an illegal dump. I don't know. But I found, and it, I found this, and I found like a bunch of weird stuff in that one. Captain, don't. I found some neat stuff in that one. Let me know in the comments if you guys want church dumpster diving haul. I found a bunch of rulers and $1. It was my first $1 I've ever found in a dumpster. I'm gonna look at this in a little bit, but what I was thinking, let me just get to my point. So, hold on. It was also really rainy when I went, so that's why this is wet and all. Well, not wet now, but is there any money in here? Is that pee? No. Well, maybe. Okay. So we're gonna say that this is the color that we are trying to keep away from the quilt. The opposite of that is this blue. So the color that is the exact opposite is the complementary. Let's just go with yellow, okay? The opposite of yellow is purple. When you put them close to each other, they complement each other. Complementary colors. So, they bring the best of each other out. That is what a complement is. And so, to combat the yellowness, we would either want a yellow to make it look whiter, because that's the teeth thing. You use like a white thing on your teeth to like what is it called? The tissue test? And so, okay. I don't think I want to do a green. Just because I don't think I would like a green, or I don't think even my sister would like a green. We could do an orange or red to repel any kind of indication that this color may perform. We would want to stay away from blue-violet. And we would want to get closer to a red or a green or a yellow. So we'll see. Long story short, I talked to my sister about it and she would like to pick the color with me. So I think what we'll do, bring it in and put it up against the fabric that we might want. And we'll probably be at Hobby Lobby for like 3 hours or something. The other plan is, so Hobby Lobby does a 40% off fabric by the yard sale. If we can get the fabric during that sale, then I think doing it at a fabric store is best. Whereas the other option would be to just get a king-sized sheet from Walmart. Now, that's a whole thing because they're not best quality, you know, you'd have to pay probably a lot of money, probably like $30 to $40 on a sheet, when I think I could get enough fabric with the 40% off sale for like $3 or $4 a yard. I think I need 10 yards, so that would be $30 to $40. But then we get to pick our own from a bunch of selections rather than what they have for sheets. But then again, my sister, I don't believe she uses flat sheets, and so if she just were to buy a whole new king size, we'll see. That may be the option. It's the less fun option, but an option that would save money and time in picking it out. We would just have to make sure that the quality is good because the fabric at the fabric stores are nice quality, they're very thick, the thread count is a lot, and I think that's the difference is sheets try to be thin, light, and that's not necessarily what you want for a quilt. You want the opposite for a quilt. So I'm just going to continue doing the white border around, and then I'm going to lay it out and just stare at it to figure out what I want to do for the border. See if I want to do the 8x8s or the 4x4 rows. So, I mean, this quilt, I spent like very little money on the quilt top. I'm going to say I've spent $3 on this. I wanted to thank you guys too for tagging along, for joining me on this journey. It's almost to the end. I appreciate your support, and if you want, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. After the quilt is done, I plan on a few more other projects that I've got like saved in my Pinterest. I want to do gifts, basically, kind of get a head start on Christmas presents and kind of just have you guys tag along with me, and you can see the process of how I make these things, how a picture can turn into a product. I talk too much. I also want to mention that I am on the last about half hour of Bridgerton, of the last season, last episode. So future me is going to know how I'm feeling about it. I think it could have ended about 3 or 4 episodes prior. La la la. Ashley needs to start just friend. She just needs to hang out with other people because I talk. I'm alone and I'm talking like this. Come here. Come here. What's this liquor? You purring.